What is going on, my family? Your boy Demetrius is coming right back at you with another classic Tekken 8 video. This video here is actually by popular demand. I know a few people have been wanting me to do this and been wanting me to discuss on my reasonings for certain characters being legacy characters and certain characters not being legacy characters as of yet. This is one of the biggest topics when it comes to Tekken because, like I said in previous videos, a lot of people seem to think that every single Tekken character is a legacy character, and unfortunately that is just simply not the case. There are a lot of characters in this franchise that have impact, that have influence, and there's a lot of characters in this franchise that leave something on this game that cannot be touched, and that's what's making them legacy characters, while other characters, even though some of them are not legacy characters, but that's not to say that they're not having the potential to be legacy characters in the future. But as of right now, when it comes to Tekken 8, when it comes to a lot of these current characters that are in the Tekken 8 base roster, you have your characters that are legacy characters and you have your characters that are just not legacy characters as of yet. So in this video here, by popular demand, I'm just going to go over the characters that are legacy characters, and I'm going to go over the characters that are not legacy characters. And as I keep saying, just because the characters that I say that are not legacy characters, that doesn't mean that they could be legacy characters in the future when the Tekken franchise continues to have sequels and these characters continue to be available and have an impact. And of course, this is coming from your boys, so I know there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be tuned in on what I have to say. I appreciate that, and I also want to say this is coming without bias. This is coming with pure thought, pure research, and we are going to get into it. But before we do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for the hottest Tekken 8 topics on the internet, period. We are going to get into this shit right now. Let's go. So we are going to start the discussion on which of the Tekken 8 characters are currently legacy characters and which characters are currently not legacy characters at the moment. I'm gonna do this kind of fast, so hopefully y'all can keep up, and we're gonna start rolling now. And obviously we are going to start with Kazuya, and Kazuya is obvious that he is a legacy character. Kazuya has been on every Tekken game with the exception of Tekken 3. Other than that, Kazuya has been everywhere when it comes to Tekken. Very popular character, probably top 5, probably even more popular than Heihachi at this point. And in Tekken 8, Kazuya is right back in his big boss role like he was in Tekken 2. I don't know if this is going to be the end of Kazuya, but it doesn't really matter. Kazuya, his legacy is stamped and nothing can take that away from him. Kazuya is definitely a legacy character at this point. And also, he's a Mishima, so there you go. He's a legacy character, not just because of his name, because Kazuya just does so much more than that. A lot of people can argue when you talk about Tekken and the whole family generational story, Kazuya is up there. Kazuya is probably #1. Like I said, even above Heihachi. A lot of people think that Tekken is more about Kazuya than Heihachi or than Jin Kazama. And you know, their arguments would be right. No one would disagree with them if they say that. So Kazuya, definitely legacy character at this point. Next, we're gonna go to Jack, and of course, Jack is a legacy character. Jack is that one character. He has been on every single Tekken game that there is, even on Tekken 3 when he was named Gun Jack. Jack has been there. Jack has always had a big following. He's always been a fan favorite. He's always high in the usage rate. And like I said, Jack never misses a Tekken game. Clear legacy character. I always call Jack as that foot soldier character. The reason why I call Jack that is because when you talk about these Tekken stories, you see all these other Jacks and shit like that. You see characters fight hundreds of Jacks and shit like that. So Jack is definitely a legacy character like that because he is a foot soldier. He's a foot soldier character, but that's the great thing about him. A lot of characters, when I call them foot soldier characters, it's not necessarily a good thing. But in Jack's case, it's a great thing because of how he is, and that's what makes him a legacy character. Jack, definitely a legacy character by far. Next, we're going to talk about Dragonov, and with Dragonov, I would say Dragonov is not a legacy character at this point, but I will say this about Dragonov. His progress is going high. In Tekken 6, he was good. Tekken 7, he was getting better. And now in Tekken 8, like I said, I gave Dragonov high praise, gained a lot of respect for the character. He will be a legacy character when it's all said and done. But right now, Dragonov's progress is still growing, and I like his direction. But as of right now, Dragonov is currently not a legacy character as of right now. Claudio is the next character we're going to talk about, and of course Claudio, not a legacy character as of yet. Claudio debuted in Tekken 7. He was received well, he was played well. Now in Tekken 8, Claudio, it looks like his progress is going to be even higher, which is going in the right direction. But as of right now, Claudio is not a legacy character. Next character is Law. Clearly, Law is a legacy character for two reasons. Number one, he's a Bruce Lee character, so of course that's going to give him that legendary icon status. Law has been in all of the Tekken games with the exception of Tekken 3, because y'all know Forrest Law was in Tekken 3, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't take away Martial Law's legacy. Still one of the most captivating characters out there. Still always has a good fan base, and it's just going to get even stronger when it comes to Tekken 8. So Law, definitely a legacy character. Next is Ling Xou. Ling Xou, we talked about Ling Xou already. She is a legacy character. She's been on every single Tekken game ever since she's debuted. Ling Xou does have a big player base. She's also a very popular tournament character as well. A lot of pro players and a lot of competitive players use her in tournaments, so that definitely makes her a legacy character. Ling Xou, definitely a legacy character because of all what I've just mentioned. Next is Lars. Now this is kind of a tough one when you talk about Lars being a legacy character. He debuted in Tekken 6. He was a big fish in Tekken 6, then he kind of fell off in Tekken 7. Now in Tekken 8, it looks like they're trying to get him back in where he was in Tekken 6. So I'm gonna put it like this. If everything goes well with Lars as far as him being a big fish once again when it comes to Tekken 8, if he gets played enough and stuff like that, I will put Lars in the legacy character category. But as of right now, I would have to say Lars is not. But Lars is knocking on that door. But as of right now, he is not a legacy character. Like I said, Tekken 7, he really fell off for some reason. Like no one was talking about him. It just went crashing downhill for Lars in Tekken 7. Really unexplainable. But in Tekken 8, it does look a little bright for Lars. So we're just going to have to see. Now, when it comes to Lars, I know everybody's going to have their either ors, but right now, I kind of say that Lars is probably not a legacy character right now. Next character is Alysa, and I will say right now, Alysa also is not a legacy character right now. Really, when it comes to Alysa, when you talk about impact, influence, what she brings when it comes to Tekken, it's just not there. I know she had a couple of bright spots in Tekken 6, but that's about it. Alysa, like I said, what's there with her? You feel what I'm saying? You know, she's just one of those characters that's just in for being in. She follows Lars around and that's about it. I just don't see the impact. I don't see the impact. I don't see the influence, all that stuff. I just don't see it with Alysa. And it's looking like the same thing when it comes to Tekken 8. She's practically just there. So Alysa, not a legacy character in my book. Next, we're going to go to Raven. And Raven, I know I'm going to disappoint a lot of people, but it is the honest to God truth. Raven is not a legacy character. He came in Tekken 6. He was off in Tekken 7. Master Raven replaced him. Master Raven was actually more popular than he was. Now he's back, and there's really no buzz when it comes to Raven. I don't see it. The only thing that Raven is honestly known for is basically his quote when he says, "Heihachi Mishima is dead." That's pretty much the only thing that he's known for at this point. A lot of people are happy that he's back. Okay, cool. But, you know, as far as being a legacy character, Raven is just simply not a legacy character. Next is Jin Kazama, and need I say more? Jin Kazama is definitely a legacy character. I'm not even going to go through the reasons why he is a legacy character. Everybody knows that Jin Kazama is. Tekken 8 is practically all about him at this point. The whole Tekken 8 story is revolving around Jin Kazama. Jin Kazama has been in every Tekken game since he debuted in Tekken 3. He's been in every Tekken project, every Tekken spinoff, whatever you can think of. Jin Kazama's been in it. Tekken Bloodline, all that stuff. So Jin Kazama, definite legacy character. Next character is Zafina. Even though I like Zafina, when it comes to being a legacy character, I'm gonna have to say no. I don't think Zafina is a legacy character. She debuted in Tekken 6. Her popularity was average, and then Tekken 7, she was a DLC character. She came in, she was still average. Zafina is just an all-around average character. But I will say this when it comes to Zafina, down the road, if Arslan Ash continues to win tournaments with her, Zafina could be a legacy character just because of that, because I just know how the FGC media works. You feel what I'm saying? If Arslan Ash keeps winning with her, she's going to be a legacy character just because of that, and it really won't matter as far as her popularity is concerned. But as of right now, Zafina is not a legacy character. So the next character is Shaheen, and obviously Shaheen is not a legacy character. He debuted in Tekken 7, where he pretty much got overshadowed by all of the other new characters, including Leroy, Gigas, Master Raven, and a couple of other new characters. He completely got overshadowed. Now in Tekken 8, we just don't know what Shaheen's fate is going to be, but when it comes to being a legacy character, Shaheen is definitely not a legacy character, and as far as his potential is concerned, it doesn't look like he's gonna become one, but who knows? Years down the road, we're just gonna have to see with this character, but as of right now, Shaheen is definitely not a legacy character. Next character is Nina Williams, and I would have to say Nina Williams is a legacy character. Nina Williams has been on pretty much every single Tekken game. I don't think Nina Williams has missed a Tekken game at all. She's been on the first Tekken up until now. I may be wrong about that, but I do honestly think Nina Williams has been on every single Tekken game. So her longevity is unmatched when it comes to the Tekken franchise. Also too, Nina Williams has always been a big part of the Tekken story, with the whole cryo sleep, being Steve's mother, being part of the Mishima Zaibatsu or whatever, you know, she's always been a part of the story. So she's got a lot to claim when it comes to being a legacy character, and she definitely is one. Next character is Lily, and Lily actually silently is a legacy character. Lily just keeps getting more popular and more popular as the Tekken games go on. She hasn't missed a Tekken game ever since she got debuted. Lily does have a big impact when it comes to cosplay. I think Lily is probably the most cosplayed character when it comes to Tekken. She's used a lot, especially online. And like I said, ever since she's debuted, she's just been getting more popular and more popular. So Lily definitely is a legacy character. Very silently, she is a legacy character. And like I said, she just keeps getting more popular as more Tekken games keep getting released. The next character is Little Miss Poker Face, and I've already stated this in previous videos. I don't think Asuka is a legacy character, even though Asuka does have longevity. Ever since she debuted, she has been on these Tekken games. But as far as impact, influence, or whatever, Asuka just does not have it. She's really been irrelevant, not really a tournament used character. Now, she does get seen a lot online, but as far as impact, influence, or whatever, Asuka just does not have it. She is just not a legacy character at this point. There is just not enough to say that Asuka is a legacy character. Like I said, she has longevity, but that is just not enough when it comes to being in the legacy character category, and Asuka is definitely not a legacy character. The next character is Brian Fury, and Brian Fury, even though I hate talking about the character, Brian Fury is a definite legacy character. He debuted in Tekken 3. He's always been a fan favorite. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know why, but Brian's always been a fan favorite. Like I said, he's also been one of those characters that ever since he debuted in Tekken 3, he has been consistent in these Tekken games. He has been consistent in these Tekken rosters. So Brian definitely is a legacy character. And like I said, when it comes to impact and influence, you know, Brian did shake up the world with that whole mask influence. So he does have that to his credit. But like I said, Brian Fury, even though I hate the hell out of this character, he is still a legacy character. I'm not going to take that away from him just because I hate the fuck out of him. Brian definitely is a legacy character at this point. Next character is Jun, and I have gone on record by saying Jun is not a legacy character, unfortunately. Jun has just not been there. She has been inconsistent when it comes to these Tekken games. Although she is a light character, I like her as a character, but she just does not have a lot there. Like I said, she was in Tekken 2. And then she disappears. She's been in the spin-offs, but that's not enough. You know, I'm glad she's back in Tekken 8. Hopefully Jun is consistent from here on out. But as of right now, Jun is just not a legacy character, even though she does seem pretty popular when it comes to the public eye. The next character is Steve Fox, and Steve Fox is definitely a legacy character. Steve Fox debuted in Tekken 4. Everybody already knows Steve Fox. His original name was Dean Erwicker. I actually like that name better, but they changed it to Steve Fox. It is what it is, but Steve Fox has been consistent when it comes to these Tekken games. Ever since he debuted, he has been on each and every one of them. He has a big fan base. Everything about Steve has been consistent. So he is a definite legacy character. The next character is Paul. Paul, I've already pretty much explained why he is a legacy character. Paul's been in these Tekken games ever since Tekken 1. Pretty much he's Namco's version of Guile. Paul ain't going nowhere, and like I said in the previous video, Paul always seems to find his way on top when it comes to Tekken, and here is no different. He's a definite legacy character, huge fan base. Paul is a tournament character as well, so Paul got everything going for him. Definitely legacy character, despite the fact that sometimes he's on that joke shit. They done made him a joke character. He's a legacy character nonetheless. The next character is Fang, and I'm actually gonna surprise some people about Fang. I don't think Fang is a legacy character because when Fang debuted in Tekken 5, you know, his debut was good. Ever since then, Fang has just been a cool character, nothing really impactful about him. The only thing about Fang that he's really been remembered for is how he terrorized Tekken 7 during the end there. Y'all already know how it was with Fang. Knee wins a tournament, then everybody starts using Fang and everybody starts being toxic with him. That's pretty much the only thing that he has, but other than that, Fang really doesn't have anything else. Like I said, a lot of people may be a little bit disappointed by that. I just personally feel like Fang just doesn't have anything there to be a legacy character. Now, when it comes to his potential, he definitely has it, but as of right now, as far as impact, influence, he's only remembered for something toxic at the end of Tekken 7, so I don't think that's enough to get him into the legacy character discussion. Fang, definitely not a legacy character. Next character is Yoshimitsu, and of course, Yoshimitsu is a definite legacy character. I really don't have to explain why he's a legacy character. Another character that has been in these Tekken games from the start. He's an original Tekken character along with Paul, Law, Kazuya. So basically that all speaks for itself. Yoshimitsu, definite legacy character when it comes to the Tekken franchise. Next character is King. Of course, King is a legacy character, despite the fact this is not the original King, but still the legend lives on, right? So basically the King name has been in here ever since the first Tekken. King definitely is a legacy character, huge fan base, tournament character as well. He has everything going for him when it comes to the legacy character discussion. So that's why I'd say that he is a legacy character. When it comes to King, as iconic as it is, it's time for that mask to come off. I think that'll really shock the world if Namco would make it to where King has an unmasked skin. It's time for that mask to come off. But King, definitely a legacy character. The next two characters are the Bears, and of course I explained this in a previous video. Whether we like it or not, the Bears are iconic. They are legacy character status. The reason that they're legacy character status is because no one is doing this when it comes to these Bears. We're not really seeing this in any other fighting game franchise at the magnitude that we're seeing it with Kuma and Panda. Kuma debuted in Tekken 2, Panda followed in Tekken 3. Ever since then, the Bears have been consistent in these Tekken games, so they are iconic legacy status whether people like it or not. The next character here is Leo, and I've said this time and time again, I don't care what anybody says, Leo is not a legacy character. Leo has too much controversy. Leo debuted in Tekken 6, not really much going when it came to Leo's debut. But at the end of the day, I just don't think Leo has what it takes to be a legacy character. Leo carries a lot of unwanted controversy, but Leo definitely is not a legacy character, even though people try to put him in the legacy character discussion. Leo is not a legacy character, and really honestly, never will be. And finally, we have Uncle Leroy. Now, Uncle Leroy really shocked the world when he came out in Tekken 7. Probably was one of the most popular characters when he came out. Some people say controversial, some people say that he was polarizing, but nonetheless, Leroy really grabbed the world by storm when he came out in Tekken 7. But unfortunately for Leroy, Tekken 7, now Tekken 8, Leroy is not quite there yet. He's not a legacy character as of yet, but Leroy's start is promising. Probably at the end of Tekken 8, Leroy may be the fastest character to actually gain that legacy character status because of what went down in Tekken 7. Now, a lot of people say the whole nerf campaign is a minus when it comes to him. I don't really think so. The nerf campaign came on from complaining. So Leroy, like I said, his impact, we've already went through it. Y'all already know what happened when it comes to Tekken 7. So Leroy definitely has an impact. Leroy definitely has influence when it comes to cosplay or whatever. We already know the whole, you know, how T-Pain came out and cosplayed him. So Leroy definitely has that attraction when it comes to cosplay and shit like that. And he has a huge fan base, whether people like it or not. Leroy is still popular. He's still captivating. He still has a huge fan base. I still think people are still going to use him a lot in tournaments. I don't think that's going to change either. But as of right now, he's not a legacy character, but it is looking damn good for Leroy. Maybe, like I said, at the end of Tekken 8, maybe when Tekken 9 comes along, Leroy is probably going to have that status as a legacy character in the Tekken franchise. So those are my thoughts when it comes to which characters are legacy characters and which characters are not when it comes to Tekken 8. Now, of course, the 3 new characters were excluded from this because they have just now entered Tekken 8, so their legacy are just beginning in Tekken 8. Now, as for the characters that are not legacy characters, they still have time and there's still potential for them to become legacy characters in the future when it comes to future Tekken games. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below when it comes to the legacy characters, when it comes to Tekken 8 or the Tekken franchise in general. Put y'all thoughts and y'all feelings in the comment section. We can have a conversation. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for the hottest Tekken 8 action on the internet, period. I will get back at y'all in the next video. God bless, stay safe, get ready for the next battle. I am out. Peace.